Thank you. And on the migrants that are being bused to D.C. and other cities, there were some that showed up at the VP's residence earlier this morning. Is the administration looking into whether busing migrants around the country is legal?
So let me just say a couple things about this, because and it's come up in the briefing room before, because this has been happening for the past several weeks. So as we have said repeatedly, there's a process in place. We have had a process in place. There's a legal way of doing this. And for managing migrants, Republican governors interfering in that process and using migrants as political pawns is shameful, is reckless, and just plain wrong. And remember, these are people who are fleeing communism, who are fleeing hardship. And if these governors truly care about border security, they should ask Texas Governor Ted Cruz and Florida Senators Marco Rubio and Rick Scott why they voted against the president's request for record funding for the Department of Homeland Security. So this is what they have done. These both senators Marco Rubio, Senator Rick Scott, have voted against, did not vote for, this funding that would have helped the Department of Homeland Security. That is just a fact. And also the fact that that Fox News and not the Department of Homeland Security, the city or local NGOs, were alerted about a plan to leave migrants, including children, on the side of a busy DC street makes clear that this is just a cruel, premeditated political stunt. This is what they are doing. And a couple more things. The migrants, including children, who arrived in Martha's Vineyard were misled about where they were being taken and what would be provided when they arrived, is also deeply alarming. The children Governor Abbott abandoned in Martha's Vineyard, the children that Governor DeSantis abandoned as well, deserve better. They deserve better than being left on the streets of DC or being left in Martha's Vineyard. They deserve a lot better than that. And as we have done many times in response to attempts to create chaos and confusion by Republican governors, we are working to manage the consequences of these two stunts as well.
And when you say there's a legal way of doing this, are you implying that the way it's being done now is illegal?
So I'll say this. We've been asked about if we're going to take any legal action. I would refer that to the Department of Justice, but there is a process. There's a process of taking in migrants. There's a process that is in place, and what they are doing is a legal stunt, is a political stunt, and it's really just disrespectful to humanity. It doesn't afford them any dignity what they're doing when you are abandoning families and children. In a place where they were told they were going to get housing, in a place where they were told they were going to get jobs, or abandoning on the DC streets. It is just cruel, and it's not about the process. Actually, it's about a political tool, a political stunt that they're moving forward with.